impossible, impossible. Impossible, impossible. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken out of bounds all the way down near the 35-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 41 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Lawrence trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
But it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Powers through it. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now Lawrence to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. And out of bounds downs on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Fant. Throwing again on second down. Lawrence going right back to Fant. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not sure.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Throwing on second and long. Lawrence. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
From the shotgun, Lawrence throwing for Montgomery. He's got him on the out route. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Again, it's Lawrence. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Noah Fant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle, and they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He hits Adams complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Vikings. Noah Fant with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season, and right now this organization is more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves, but with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So is the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here comes Reed. And he'll be out right at the 35. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
From the 41, Lawrence. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. It's caught here by Adams. And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Adrian Amos with a pick. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Lance now on 1st down. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Lance. Over the middle, complete. It's Walker. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to that?
Well, Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Take it. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Here's McCray now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fields this way up at the 17. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Hey, Haywood! Hey, Jack!
Now Lawrence on first down. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run with Montgomery. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. David Montgomery, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And it is 42-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A final shot before half for Lance. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the... for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pickett back to throw. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now Pickett on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits Moore. Oh, he's got some breathing. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole as they'll remain down by a bundle. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On 1st down, Lawrence. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. And it's complete to Adams. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Davante Adams, 49 yards. And the Vikings have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Here we go. It's Pickett on fourth down. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth. First and 10, here's Pickett. Throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Pickett will look to throw it here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Rondale Moore with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Bills are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's got it in the end zone. Bit of a surprising call here, down by as many as they are, but the fake works, and they'll get 2 points closer instead of 1. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position.
Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up the routes quickly as well.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. He hits Adams complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Looking deep for Adams. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly the 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. This one swung out to Montgomery. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
He's got his tight end fan. And he is going to pick up the Vikings 1st down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Pickett now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Pickett will look to throw it.
Complete, the tight end Kelce. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
Looking for Kelce on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket. Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. With no hesitations, they go right back to Kelce.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Pickett.
And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in? And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45. Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Completion here to Claypool. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ready? Hey, hold it.
From the 38, Lawrence.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Kevin Farley. And the Bills are going to take over once again. And they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough.
He's got a man. Complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for a touchdown. But they still trail big time. He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Pickett will try to throw for this.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Moore, the man in motion. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. Down inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. On 2nd and inches, Pickett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Come on, sit.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Looking deep for Adams. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. This one fielded at the 5. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Minnesota, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly been taking his ass on wood. 10 payments, the back ain't good. Got sense, but they act no good. Sat through the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck, couple in the truck, and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no. I'm really out for blood this time, look. I just came back for the win. Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, show you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet. Yeah, it's colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love, they gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the streets, so I could tweet. I came from nothing. I turned a mustard seed into $1 million in the discussion. Had a TED talk with the higher me, show me how to run it up. I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself. Can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand, boy, you is not eating, man. We do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many